I wanted to give out another message, and it's pertaining to the fifth dimension. And I want this message to be somewhat thrown towards the younger women, or the women out there. For any of you who think that the fifth dimension is going to be a heaven, some sort of heaven, you are sadly mistaken. And I must say that as a starseed female, the fifth dimension for me is not going to be a heaven. Because I've come to the realization that us as human beings, we still have our karmic duty, or our karmic debt, if you will, that we have to keep expressing and expanding ourselves. So, and I know that I'm not one of the prettier women out there. I'm not very pretty. I'm not pretty as some of these other women out here. As you can see, I'm somewhat kind of hitting the wall right now. And I admit that. My hair's not all done up. I'm not wearing makeup on my face. I'm trying to keep myself humble, in a humble state of mind. Because last night when I was at my parents' place, I had a lot of thoughts run through my head. And it has everything to do with these other worlds, these other spiritual worlds, in which some people may call the fifth dimension. There are many other unseen worlds, but it's like I've now come to the realization that you know, they say in your biblical stories, from what I've heard, is that Lucifer was the most beautiful angel, but she was also, you could also see her as possibly these other Kemetic god or goddesses before the Christian, more so it was before most of these religious you know, what they pushed over here in America. What I'm trying to say is that my soul, as a starseed soul, I'm supposed to go through that story again, because in a way my soul is an aspect of the Kemetic goddess known as Hathor or Lucifer. So I'm down here to somewhat relive those aspects of who Hathor was, but in a different, maybe in a different state, in a different materialistic state, or just within this body. It's hard to explain, really. So in a way, I'm supposed to relive Hathor's story, but within a different story. In a different way this time. Because now that I'm spiritually growing as a soul, it's like I'm kind of replaying or repeating what that Kemetic goddess went through, because she was all the aspects of beauty, dance, music, motherhood, fertility. Oh. For all you people who think that the fifth dimensional realm, this fifth dimensional reality is going to be all roses and daisies, it's not. It's not. Because as you ascend, you're supposed to go through karmic things there as well. So it's not like here, it's not like down here. It's not like down here where these females think that everything's going to be okay, and it's not. You know, we need to realize that fact. Because as I as I realize what I'm supposed to do more down here, or wherever, up, down, east, west, doesn't matter. We're all supposed to realize where we want to go, but also have this self-realization that you have to go through these certain spiritual trials. They're trials. So even if I really want to get to the fifth dimension, wherever that may be, it's like if that happened to be a reality for you. See, I've already come to the realization that I'm going to have to go through these certain see, since my higher self, since she set these certain things in stone, if I do ever reach the fifth dimension, I'm going to have to go through many, many childbirths, because I have multiple husbands there. And I've soul-bound myself to these specific men, to these husbands. And I want to keep it that way. It's strange to think about, actually. So I'm reliving a certain storyline here, down here in the human flesh. But it's not, the fifth dimension's not going to be all roses and daisies like you think it's going to be. It's not. And if I ever do go back home, it's not gonna be a heaven. there are things that are going to happen. There are certain events that will take place, and there are certain, there are probably going to be certain events that will take place while I'm there, and it's going to be really scary. And my soul is calling. My soul is calling to these guys that I love. And I want to be indebted to them. I want them to be they are my priority. Right now. And the guy I'm with now, he's from the line of Durin as well. He's just the newest member that had came up in this life. I'm supposed to be taking care of him too. Because there's a storyline that had happened. There's a spiritual storyline that I'm indebted to somewhere else. And it's like, I know my hair looks bad, I know my face looks bad, I don't care. What you see here is not, the physical is not the soul. And it takes so long for these people to realize. It's just sad. Like, they're drowned. They've been drowned in ego. They're drowning in their egos. People don't want to be humble anymore. Or what you call humble or respecting. Because everybody feels like there's something everybody feels like there should be something that they could take advantage of, and that's the clown demon persona. The clown demon persona is that you feel like you have to take advantage of everything, of everybody. Not really giving a flying F. You know? So, and for the females who say, oh, if they say, oh, how old are you? To me, I guess. If they say, how old are you? And I say, oh, I'm 30. They'd be like, oh, wow. How come you don't have children yet? This is just like a scenario or something, but if they say, oh, how come you don't have children? I would say, I do have children. They're just not here with me right now. I have many children, they're just not here with me right now. But they're in other possible realities. But they're there. So like, I don't understand how these people can be so self-entitled to what. It's like, and for all the people who say oh yeah, I'm in the 5th dimension, or I'm going to the 5th dimension, and you have to ask yourself, okay, the 5th dimension of what or where? Where do you want to go? It's hard to explain because your heart chakra has to be fully open, but it can't be something like it's just like it can't be like a fake energy, you know, like it just has to be purely genuine. And that's why heart chakra people are so hard to detect, because if your heart chakra is fully open, then I don't know. It's not like anything you can fake a feeling of. It has to be pure and true, with your heart chakra activating with the pineal gland. It has to be like a truth that can rise within you. So anyway, it's not anything to fake, you guys. So, alright, I hope this video helped whoever's watching. Happy to get this video out before I have to go to work in the evening, so okay, this video is just something to think about. Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.